Welcome to the Seaside Farm and me, Brit Strikkenerd. Hello and a warm welcome to everybody to this little knitting podcast from Norway called Knitting at the Seaside Farm and me, Brit. In the social media I often call myself Brit Strikkenerd, and if I shall translate it to English I think it will mean Brit Knit Nerd or Brit Knitting Nerd. And here I live in Norway in a little place, a little island called Frøya in Trøndelag. And the next town from Frøya is Trondheim, if you want to see on the map where I live. And here I live on a little farm, and in this farm we have a lot of sheep, and the sheep we have is an old Norwegian race called Villull, and they have a special type of wool that is very exciting, yes, and very delicious and very sheldon, yes. And I love it. And we used to take all our wool and take it to this mill called Selbu Spinnery and make beautiful yarn of it that I also will talk about. But today I want to talk about some knitting, and it has been a while since I have this English-speaking podcast. It have never been my thought that I shall stop it, but I have had a little pause because life is happening, and yes, but I still knitting and I still want to make this English-speaking podcast, and much of it is because I have such a lovely messenger from some of you that has asked, where are you? When will the English-speaking podcast come from you? We miss you. And thank you, all of you. It is mean very, very much to me that you have sent me this little messenger. Yes. So now I try to have this English-speaking podcast again, and I struggling with my English, I feel, because it is a while since I speak a lot of English, but I do my best, and I hope you will understand the meaning of all my babbling. And what I'm talking about is the knitting, of course, and I feel that the knitting language we all understand, and we all try to understand, never at least if we are not as good is in this speaking number 2, yes. The speaking language number 2, yes. And you hear my babbling is starting at once. And I tried to start this podcast so many times this day. Oh yes, but no, I hope it will go good the rest of this time, and that you will have some meaning and have a good time sitting here and hear me babbling of my passion of knitting, passion of yarn, and I also will share a little about this life on farm and my life in this beautiful island. So in some places you see some picture or some movie from this beautiful place I live. And today I try to sit outdoor because it's lovely weather. Even it is a little overcast today, but the temperature is good, not as we have had this last month. We have had summer in Frøya the last month. It has been up to 30 degrees, and it's never happening. and I also had my first bath this summer before the summer has started. Oh, that is also never happening. It was not a warm feeling, but was good when the weather was so warm. Oh, I'm not a icy bather. No, that I'm not. But I have to try it when it was this fantastic weather. Yes. But since it's been a while since I been here, I think I not shall have a so very, very long episode, but I want to talk about something of my knitting project this last year. And one of the things I have challenged myself this whole year is knit from Skender's design. And I also have this knit along in the Ravlerygroup. You find knitting at the seaside farm. I also have the same knitting along in my Norwegian group that is called Brit Strikkenerd. That I want to knit all so much of the Skender that I can. But I make myself make 9 lists for this year, and I feel that I am coming a little bit away about that list. And I want to show you some of the design and some of the knitting project that I've been finished with. And so let's start it at the first one, and that you see here. That is this little jumper, little sweater that is called Vinterfjell. And I have knit my Vinterfjell in this lovely Holst yarn, and it was my first time to knit in this Holst yarn, and I was very exciting if it will be like the other is talking about, that this Holst yarn will blue so lovely when it been washing. Because when I knitting, that was very hard feeling, bulky. I don't been very satisfied with this pattern when I knit it, and I only hope that it will make a beautiful thing when I wash it, and that it do. It was also this Holst yarn is so beautiful blooming when you wash it, and it get a very easy flying project, I think, because it's almost not use not you use yarn, but you not use a lot of yarn. This little beautiful things here, it's only have a weight on, I don't have it in my notes, but I shall write it down here. I don't think it's up to 200 grams now, so it's so easy, beautiful, delicious thing to have on it, because you don't feel the weight on it. And I have done a little different from the pattern. In the pattern you have long sleeves, but I have made short, and that can do it that I can wear it now in the warmer days, and I can also wear it when it's the cold days, and you can have a wool thin jumper under. Yes, and I love it. I'm so satisfied with this little jumper. I was also exciting if the color combination was a good thing, because this purple on this red will it go well? But I think it's go well, and I know it's in such love with it, and perhaps it can match with the Christmas time, but yes, I use it all year, yes, because it's in this short leaves. So I warm recommend it, the Vinterfjell design, and also use that Holst yarn. I am thinking to perhaps knit a little children jumper also in the same design, the Vinterfjell. Skender also have a children age of this pattern, and I have a lot of yarn left from this Holst, so it will go well to a little children age jumper, I think. I have no little children, but perhaps one time I'll be a grandmother, and then I have make a little jumper in my lay in my stash that I can give away as a gift at once. Yes, or perhaps I can use it when I'm visiting the grandmother here in Nerkruben. Perhaps, yes. And the next thing I have knit in Skeiner is this beautiful thick jumper that is called tjukkhøst. And if I shall translate it, it will be thick autumn. But Skeiner always, not always, but many times use a Norwegian name on her design, but the design is in English, yes. And this design, she is called tjukkhøst. And it's knit in the thicker yarn, of course, and it's knitting in my own yarn, in my own new yarn that I got from my ship that is called Hardhausa Villull. I shall talk more about it later here, but now we go to this tjukkhøst jumper, and the special is this pattern down here. This is the leaf pattern. It's very beautiful. It's very easy, and so it's very, and it's knitting from, I know I have to think about it. I don't remember if I knit down or up. I'm not. It's not very important, but it's a easy pattern, and it goes very fast because it is this thick yarn. And the thick yarn, you can also use my Hardhausa Villull, of course, but it's recommended to use Alefossi, you know. That is the thicker yarn of litle, and Alefossi Istex is the yarn company, I think that's come from Iceland. So if you have some of this yarn in your stash, that you can knit this big, thick, delightful. And big, I have not done it very big, because I have done it in like a short way, and I think also Skeiner has it on this short model, so it can pass to your dresses, or you can have a big short on there. Yes, and I do them both. And I also have used this in springtime, in the Easter springtime, but now in May you not have to use this thick jumper, because the more we have had this summer feeling in May. Yes, that is, so I told you, very seldom happening here in the coast. So that was two of the big project from Skeiner, and now I can take a little movie that I show you this two jumper, so that you can see it a little better, I think. Yes. So here comes a little jumper movie of Skeiner's design, Vinterfjell, og this tjukkhøst. Yes, and I hope you can see a little more better how this design is on my body. So I also get finished two more of Skeiner. There's Mittens, you have to knit mittens when you knit Skeindir design. Skeindir is a lovely knitter designer, and that was the first design she was famous with, I think. She started knittings ebook she had, and she also had the knitting course, yes, school about in England, where she learn English knitters to knit mittens. And here is one of these fast mittens, the speedy Selbu speedy mittens that I have knit in my own yarn, the Villull yarn. And I am also lucky to get some Villull dyed from my friend that have a podcast in Norway, and she also have English speaking podcast. Is Merete from Strikk på landet, or the English one is called Countryside Knitting, I think. She dyed a little ball from Villull in this beautiful green color that I have matched with the nature brown that I have from my white ship. So this speedy Selby speedy mittens is a very fast knitting, and it be with my Villull very thick and good warm mittens to use. And now I shall not use it before it goes into autumn or winter. Or perhaps I can bring it with me when I shall go to this sailboat holiday. Every summer we go to our sailboat and sail along the Norwegian coast. And this year we shall sail up to north. We have been there many times before, but we love that part of Norway. And this year we shall start in the Jolly and we're out at the sea to August, I think. And perhaps some of the days will be much more colder, and then it can be a good thing to have this little thick mittens with me. So perhaps it will go on my sailboat holiday. And now the neighbor has been to knock on this with a little hammer I have of him that I not have planned, because it's not very often the neighbor is here. Almost never. He is have a summer house here, so it's never about happening that he has. But just today, when I shall play this little podcast to you, you have to have this background noise. I say beklager to sorry in English. Beklager in Norway, sorry in English. But we go wider, and that is the fourth thing that I have been finished with in Skeindir, this socks. This socks is to my husband, Ola. He love to get thick socks and have it on her in his boots, yes. And now I have finished this Skeindir pattern that is called Lice Baby Socks. And Lice Baby is this little flea hair. So go, and or you can call it lice, yes. And I have knit mine in Sandnes Perfect. It's a very good deco socks yarn from Sandnes. And it's a very fast knitting too, since you use this deco yarn. And I love this lovely blue color, and 28th of May he has his birthday, and then he gets this one and 4 other thick socks, because the best birthday present he can get is thick socks. And now he got 5 pair of them that he can use this summer over boat holiday. So he was very, very happy to get all of this. I can take a little picture here that you can see all the 5 socks that he get. I hang them on this hanger that yes, this is for you. And they make his days happier, I hope, yes. And I am now starting on a new project of Skeindir. This very big ball of yarn is by in Rauma yarn fabric, because Rauma yarn fabric is right to my mother's place that she live, that is in Åndalsnes. And when I shall drive from my mother place, it's only take 40 minutes to drive there, and then you can find this big hank of yarn. It's lammull, 1 kilo, 1 kilo's lammull. And often they have this on sale, so it not get so very much money to buy a big yarn ball. And now I have started on the shawl, so it will be many shawl of 1 kilo, but it's a start. And the start is this shawl of Scandinavian called Old Shale Shawl. I shall take a picture here that you can see the shawl finish that Scandinavian have knit. And I love this design that reminds me of this 80s year, I think 80s year 100, yes. That the ladies have this big shawl to drape around their body, and I hope also mine will be a big lovely shawl to drape around me in this lovely lammull from Rauma. It's a very small started here. And it's very easy to follow the pattern, but you have to concentrate it in the grace. How to degrace in the grace? Yes. To yeah, it's called in grace. Yes, I think. Write the word if you don't understand me here. But you have to concentrate this on this little pattern when to increase right number. Yes, but it's very good written, so it's no difficult, but you have to concentrate this. I have to concentrate me. So this is all of the skein there is happening now. The 4th thing is finished and the 5th thing is on my needles, and I hope also to start it on this 4 of my other project that's in this 9 make 9 list. It's a big jacket that I have, and it's a summer top, and 1 more socks, and 1 more mittens on the plan. Yes. So that was the skein there, and now let's go to know some other project that has been finished. First, I will talk about this one. This I have talked about before, and some of you have followed this knit along I had in Instagram before you. That was knitting this Christmas hat that I call juleroselua. And some of you have asked, well, will it come described in English? And now you will find in the Ravlery if you not have seen it that it has come. So it has come in Ravlery in English, juleroselua. So if you go to describe juleroselua, you will find this pattern in English. Yes. And mine too here, my example here is knitting in Pergyd. And I also have knit some in Nepal or Lima. Or I also have knit in my own Villull yarn. So that you will find in Ravlery in English. And so I have to talk more about the new yarn that I have spinned of Selve Spinnery. Before my Villull yarn looked like this. It is 200 meter on the 100 gram. But now the Villull yarn is look like, well, have we all of this here? Yes, this was the last one. Last color here, and this is called Hardhausa Villull. It's mean that it's a little tougher, little thicker, little more brave Villull, because the sheep we have, this Vilsau sheep, this is a very hard, very tough little sheep that is outdoor all the year. They can find the food even is snow on this heritage, yes, and the landscape around us is often very little snow in the winter, so it's go very good for them to find something to eat. But I also get some other food from us. They get this grass. Of course, they have that, but they also manage to live outdoors even it's snow. Yes. So this is the winter winter wool from the Villull. Is the hardhausa Villull, I call it. And the I have color. My designer Karina Tønder that had to make this first paper also, or a picture of my Villull yarn, has make a new banner from the hardhouse Villull that you see is a more winter picture, that the little Villull have no mittens and socks and a little hat on the head. That is the more hardhausa type of the wool. So yes, and it's familiar with the alefossi that I also talk about here in this thick höst. Yes. And I also make a new pattern that you can use in this thicker Villull. And that is also reminding of how the Villsaver is living here in this landscape. You see here, I tried to design all this stone, and yes, it's a very bulky landscape. We have no big mountain we have no wood, and no little trees, very, very little trees in this island. And they go out and make some little paths in this landscape. Where I go very often, you get some of this little path, and I try to make them in this little cable that you not need a cable needle to make. It's a very easy cable. So go up to the top in the end. Yes. So a very fast little hat to knit. I not have this pattern on English yet, but it will come, because it's not so difficult to explain, I think. So, but you will find it in Norwegian, and I think it's not so difficult to understand it in Norwegian either. So, if you want, you can knit a little hat in this thick Villull. One ball you need for this hat. Yes. And you can get this in my web shop. And my web shop is called Brit Strikkenerd. Yes. And if you is a patron, perhaps, you can get this design as free as a patron. Yes. And you find my Patreon page, link behind down here in this YouTube page. So if you want to be a patron, you can go there and find a membership that will match you as you want. Yes. And I am so grateful, and so grateful for all of you that is become a patron for us. And the patron is most for this possibility to make yarn from our ship, because it's a very expensive way to do. We get nothing for the wool. We have to pay all of itself, and it costs very much to get this yarn. But it's exclusive, and I think it's very important to take care of this special wool. So therefore I try to do that in this little possibility to be patron, or I try to sell it. So more of you can try this special form of wool that the Villsaver have. Yes. So therefore we have this Patreon page from me, and you also are supporting also my little podcast also to be a patron. Yes. Yes, that was some of the Villull that we talk about. You can also, so I say, find it in the web shop, and you can also be a patron. And the patron, you can some of the membership will get you some percent if you use if you will be a member of 6 months about, I think. Yes, but So I want to talk about some special knitting project that that started as an inspiration of the nature here in Nerkruben, because in the spring we often get a fantastic sunset here at the farm. Then the sun is special in this place that get the special color coming in the evening, and I sit in my kitchen and I be so happy to see it all. And one evening it was that amazing sunset. And when I take this picture, you can see it here, I think I have to make me a knitting jacket of this color. And I have a special knitting sweater that I love very much, that I already had knit 3 of the same pattern. And then I talk about this loppa. I talk about this loppa of Pinneguri, and if I translate in English, I think she call it flu. The lady jacket flu, and in English she also called a needle lady, but you will find her as Pinneguri på Ravlery. And this fantastic jacket, it's so lovely. You can play so much with this color in this joke. And then I think when I see this fantastic sunset picture, I think that I have to have my own sunset loppa. So I have started with it, and you shall see how it go. Here is the joke is finished, and here you see all this lovely sunset color that was this evening. And I have this blue sea here, and you get also by there in this fluda, then you can see this little sunset color coming here. And that is so fun to knit, and I love to could have this own sunset jacket from Nerkruben in this springtime. Oh, yes. So in the Norwegian podcast, I now have this knit along with the loppa, because loppa pattern is 10 years this year. So we're celebrating the loppa, 10 year of loppa, and it's so many that have knit a loppa, and it's so many that have wished to knit a new loppa like me. And now I am starting with the 4th, you know. So, and I have a 5th on my plan. Yes, that I can talk about a little sooner. So that is the knitting project I now get the most low in. So hope to get finished before I shall travel on my sailboat trip this summer, that I can have my own sunset jacket when I go to my sailboat. That will be a nice thing, I think. Yes, and to the last, I have to talk about a little gift I get. Oh, so it was a very surprising gift. To Christmas this year, one of you we get a Christmas calendar prize. Yes, and that was Crafty Tea Life Candace in Canada that get her own Christmas calendar. Yes, and I think she think that was very wonderful and surprising. In before Easter, she sent me her own Easter packet for me, and she make it as a calendar each Sunday before Easter Day. So I get to pack up my first gift in the first Sunday of March, and so go on go to this Easter Day. And I want to show you some of this beautiful thing I get from Candace, that you can see it, and I can send all my thankfully gratefully to you, Candace, that you see that I set so much price on this gift, and I was so happy to get it, and now I will share a little about it. And here is the first thing I get, this lovely mittens, fingerless mittens in beautiful rainbow yarn. And I think it's so lovely that she she not know me, but she know me to see in this podcast and Instagram that I love rainbow. And then to get this rainbow gifts, it was so wonderful. And this pattern is called Love Bug Mittens and is designed by Cassandra Curtis. If you also want to knit yourself this lovely mittens, and it's a free pattern, I know. So thank you to get these lovely mittens from you. And it was not only the things, it was a lot of yarn and other things. And we can go to the yarn. The first of yarn I will show you is this little thick sock yarn. It's a lot of wool it is, but it's all nylon. And this yarn will be a pair of socks for my husband. Perhaps it can be 2 pair of socks to him. You know, he loves this thick socks, so this will be just perfect for socks to Ola. So this was this was two yarn balls. And so I get this lovely cotton yarn that I never have had before. And this can be a dishcloth perhaps, or perhaps it could be some mittens also, some lovely summer mittens. So beautiful color. And the last yarn ball I will show you is this great stripe socks yarn that I also never have seen before. And it's so fun to get yarn from other places in the world, so that I never hear about and never seen before, and that I have this friend now in Canada. That is this lovely thing with have an English-speaking podcast, that I can reach a lot more knitters than only here in Norway. And we are not so much, but if you will be abonnent, recommend, subscriber is called in English, you can take this button, this subscribe button, and join me. I'll be very happy for that. And in the pages there was this little knitting heart and it's a little rainbow heart. Oh, so lovely. And the last thing I have to show from this package gift was this funny little rabbit. And that is a pot holder. Yes, that you can take warm things from the comfort of this hair, but I cannot use it. It's fine. It's too fine to use it. I have to have it as a decoration on my kitchen. And it is funny little sweet rabbit that she has crocheted for me. So fun and so grateful for this gift, dear Candace. But now it's my turn to give gifts to someone of you, because in the last episode that I told about Tone Cecilie, TC Knits, and also have an interview with her and an interview with Fjord Farmers Gilly. So if you want to hear about them, you can go to my last episode in February, that I have this special episode about Tone Cecilie and Fjord Farmers Gilly. But I said that if you lay in comments under this episode, after the last episode, I will draw some some prizes that can get some of Tone Cecilie's design. And I also have this knit along on my Ravlery group. So go into this Ravlery group that's called Knitting at the Seaside Farm and join us and join in this knitting along and take your try some of the Norwegian knitter designer. I know many of you know of Strikkenerd, and I have that knit along with her too. And I hope you also can be a little more know about Tone Cecilie, so also have all the pattern in English. Yes. And there I am starting to knit this Trollfjord sweater. And perhaps some of you already have started this wonderful sweater. This is beautiful pattern. But I now have drawn 2 winners from these comments from the last episode. And the winner is you, Susan, from Wild Cottage Knitting. And Susan, she has become a little knitting friend because of this podcast. And I will also thank Susan, for she is one of my patrons. So it means so much to me, and it was so fun that you want a new pattern. I know that you have already knit the Sound the Silence shawl of Tone Cecilia. So now you have the possibility to get some new pattern and knit some more from Tone. And the next winner, I draw two winners, is Leslie and Rowe. Leslie and Rowe? Yes, I write it down here also. 7884. You also want the pattern from Tone Cecilia. So I hope you will take write a message on Ravlery to me, or perhaps in Instagram, that you take this wish that you want of the pattern of Tone Cecilia. It is nice to send out this pattern to some of you. And then I also want this today also I draw some winner. And now I'm wondering, have you started knitting something of Skeiner, or have you some knitting dreams of Skeiner's design? Write it down under this YouTube, and I shall draw some winner next time that gets some of Skeiner's design. Yes. And now I think I am finished for today. And now we have started this English speaking podcast again. And I hope my practice will go on and I can get better for every time. I told you it's a little struggling today to come to start and to go into this English speaking again. But I hope you will have understand all my babbling and some that I say now. I can show you my cup at the last. That is done. Proud to be a knitter, and that I am. And this cup I get in the flea market here on the island. And it was a friend of me that found the cup, and she brought it to me and said, "This cup must be your Brit. You have to have this cup." It's then knit, proud to be a knitter. It can only be to you. And I love this cup, and I am proud to be a knitter. And I hope also all of you is proud to be a knitter, and all of you love to knit. Until we see again, have a nice time, take care of you, and have lovely knittings time. Goodbye.